This is a family. This ain't a football club.
Hello there and welcome to the next episode of the West Ham Rebuild. Here we have the second game in the UEFA Conference League. We are currently 5th in the league after one game played. As we beat, I can't remember. Anyway, top 5, and now we have a trip to Ireland. Shamrock Rovers, let's get some Shamrock and roll. Anyway, let's go towards what happened recently. In our recent fixtures, we beat Slovan Bratislava. Since that last episode, only one game. As you can see, we had an international break and a 2-1 defeat against Spurs. Malik Fofana getting 2 for Tottenham, and Ollie Watkins getting a goal for us. So, Shamrock Rovers and Crystal Palace in this one, and then we have a trip to Hajduk after Chelsea and Manchester United. So, probably not the best form going into that one. Anyway, this is a starting lineup that we'll be playing in this game. Van der Voort starts in goal. I'm going to start Gusto, actually. Gusto, Goose, Branthwaite, Chilwell, The Cat, Anderson, Rig, Garnacho, Grealish, and Mateta. We do have Neto and Shea Lacey back fit. And on the bench, if we need them, Shea Lacey going to keep him out for a little bit. Just because he is injury prone, and I kind of want to make sure he's fully match fit, so we don't just have him injured all over again. So, Shamrock Rovers. Let's get this going. I can't actually remember if we were home or away, but we will find out in a second. Teams are warming up. We are away in Ireland. The Tallaght Stadium. Gonna be honest, don't recognise any of their players. A good thing or a bad thing. We're favourites for a reason. Hopefully we can get a decent little performance away in Ireland. Good European trip to only to a couple miles away, but right then, not exactly the brightest of first halves. I think Shamrock have only had one shot, and they might have their second one here. Gusto does get away only to Mateta. Garnacho was in an epic form in the last episode. Can he get us a one lap in this one? Does have a cross in. Looks like one of the Shamrock defenders almost put it in their own net. Keeper did a pretty good job, but only out for a corner. Right then, full time in Ireland. That was probably the least highlight-worthy game I think I've ever seen in my whole life. 95 minutes of play, 5 shots on target in the whole game. 0.04 goal difference for, XG for Shamrock Rovers. And a 0-0. Literally, I've shown you every single highlight we had. Literally, all one. So, where does that leave us in the live table? That's not the live table. Up to 11th, so mid-table, so just West Ham all over. Hopefully the Crystal Palace game's a little bit more highlight-worthy than that, because that was not great. One thing we did have is Ben Chilwell did come off injured, and now he's out for 3 months, 3 to 4 months. We'll send him to a specialist because he is a decent player, but not exactly what we wanted. Is he our only left back? I think he might be our only left back. We do have January coming up, but that's not great. Right then, second game of the episode, we have Van der Voort starting goal with Gusto, Goose, Branthwaite and Struijk replacing the injured Ben Chilwell. The Cat, Anderson and Gibbs White with Shea Lacey, Pedro Neto and Ollie Watkins up front. Maybe we change this role a little bit. Wide forward, inside winger, maybe. I guess we'll just test it out. 8 substitutes from possible 9. You can go. Also, Jean-Philippe Mateta just wanted games, and then just with his performance, just put in a transfer request. So if he doesn't want to be here, then we're not going to keep him here. And that's kind of been a bit of a theme of what we've done in this save, especially in the last couple seasons. Of just, if players don't want to be here, just let them go. It's not worth keeping them. Here is the Crystal Palace lineup. Ben Roberts, not sure who he is, starting up front. Luis Enrique, is he from us? Maybe. I don't think we saw him to Palace. I have no idea. Favourites in this one as well, but honestly, in the last game, we were pretty strong favourites and didn't get a whole highlight in the whole game, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. 16 minutes in, we finally have a highlight in this episode. Stroke back to Brentwaite. Neto to Stroke. Does make a run, does find him as well. Neto, can he take on his man or find someone? Stroke, not really sure you'd want him in higher positions. Watkins does get a set on it. Decent save by Pat Rajkovic. I don't know why I started there with a P. He puts it out for a corner, but as in this episode, we don't get to see it. Nathan the Cat to Goose. Out to Gusto, to Anderson, to Gusto. Nice little bit of play. Lacey with a shot left-footed, only out to Anderson. Build back up via the Cat. Lacey has it now. Can he get a goal back from his injury? Definitely a player that I really want to use in the next couple episodes, next couple games in the Conference League. Because on his day, he is a quality player. We just need to keep him fit. Corner for Palace just before half time. Daniel Munoz, not sure how to pronounce that. Brantwaite away, decent. Lewis Potter, wow, hell of a finish from their lad. But I mean, I can't even moan about that. That's just a good finish. Gives White to Anderson to the Cat to Stroke. Can we get a goal before half time? Neto to Stroke. Seems to be a little bit more attacking than Chilwell, which, if you put the two players together, you wouldn't think. Decent little bit of passage at the moment. Gives White on the ball, runs through. Gusto, can he get a ball in? We'll get a ball into Anderson. Has a shot deflected out. Anderson gets it back though, hits the post, and Shea Lacey has a tap in. It couldn't have possibly missed that. Even though we did concede that hell of a goal from Lewis Potter, Shea Lacey gets his second of the game and second of the season. Here we are then, 72nd minute in. Seems a bit quiet in the second half. Not exactly a bad thing. We are still 2-1 up. Gusto headed back to Van der Voort. Not sure that was so convincing, but we'll absolutely take it. Palace are a decent team. I think we took their main striking with Mateta, but doesn't seem to be working for us. Ducore to Kalpani. They don't have Jeremy Pina anymore, which I guess they still have Gay, so they've still got some decent players. And there we are then, 2-1 victory against Crystal Palace. We'll take that up to 9th in the league table, which for a season that we were predicted lower than last season, that's not a bad start. Still pretty early in this season though. Shea Lacey with both the goals for us. Margay with the man of the match for Crystal Palace, and Shea Lacey again our man of the match. 2.76 to the 0.24. Decent possession, dominate corners, shots on target, XG, corners, possession, just absolutely pretty good performance. Anyway, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next episode where we take on another team in Europe.